Hello, my Richies, and welcome back to another episode of the Make Life Rich Movement podcast. My name is Sara. I'm your host. And in today's episode, we are going to talk about the ways in which you can start a business that will change the world around you. You know, there have been so many moments within my career as a publicist that I have come across businesses that are truly out to do good. And in the altruistic nature that they kind of presented themselves with to the world and the branding that very much authentically matched, they were able to not only accomplish their mission, but they were able to turn a profit, and one that led them then to build other good for profit businesses. It's something that I very much wish uh, was not considered a fad within business and was the norm in business. And my hopes are with this episode today to inspire you to either start a good for profit business or transfer your existing business towards more similar of a model where you are able to make an impact and profit. So I want to lay down the law of what we're going to be talking about today because I have so many episodes. Guys, we're over 300 episodes deep in this game now, and certainly for the first year, we were mainly only discussing business and grief, but a ton of business. And I'm telling you every possible thing you could need to know, as well as asking most of my guests mainly business questions. So if you're feeling like you are needing a little bit of the sinew between the rib casings of the bone structure that I'm going to give you here today, you will be able to find all of that and more within the past episodes, especially the first 150, we'll say 175 episodes. After that, we transition into more of a mindset just journey that has led us to where we are today. All right, so let's jump right in. We live in a time where people are just so hungry for businesses that care more about people than profit, and customers want to support companies that share their values and make their communities a better place. The most successful businesses today are ones that not only solve problems for real people while operating with integrity and compassion, but they are people that understand that there's never been a better time in life and in business to give back while making an impact in your community and providing yourself a living. Now, we're going to explore how to build a business that not only supports your family, but transforms your community, and why businesses built on moral principles often become the most successful and fulfilling careers and businesses that one could have. This is a chock full episode, and I have so many notes, so forgive me if I'm looking down a bunch, but I want to make sure that we get everything out there that we need to for you to really just brainstorm on this episode and see what comes up for you, because I really want to encourage you, if you're feeling pulled or called in a direction to start making the world a better place, and you also have been pulled in the direction of entrepreneurship in the past, this may be a way that you'd like to revisit or dip your toes into the entrepreneurship pond in a way that feels good and authentic for you and the way that you spend your life every day in building this business and your community. All right, so the foundation. Why does the world need good people in business? The current business landscape, we all know this, is effing trash, right? Billionaires are slowly ruining the world, and we all have ourselves to thank for that. Why? Because we purchase from them. Why? Because there's not really anyone else to purchase from that's that much different in terms of morality, good, what are they doing with the money they're making? That's where you come in. You and everyone else like you has the opportunity right now to start a business for good and attract those customers that are so tired of purchasing from the Amazons, the Targets, the Walmarts. They want to take it back to the old school way of supporting your community while getting the things you need or want along the way. The breakdown of trust in large corporations is also something that I think just really sets the tone for small businesses that plan to operate with transparency and genuine care for their customers, which is really rare these days. The community disconnection between business and customer is so big right now, and globalization has left local communities underserved. That's where you come in, making your local community a better place by starting a business. There's massive opportunity for businesses that can provide personalized services, local knowledge, and genuine community investment. Purpose-driven customers are the modern customer, and they want to support businesses that align with their values and their morals, especially among younger generations. Purchasing decisions are made first from a moral standpoint and your influence as a business on the community around you, second to the quality or the specificity of what they're looking for. Wild. People are willing to pay more and travel farther to support businesses that demonstrate genuine care for others and positive community impact that is seen and felt not only throughout your brand, but throughout your community with word of mouth. Now, the power of business for good, let's talk about the economic impact, right? Because we have to get down to the brass tacks of this. You have a mortgage and a car payment and bills and a life to pay for, just like everyone else. How can businesses create job stability and opportunity within communities? First, every ethical business you create has ripple effects, employing people, supporting families, and generating tax revenue that funds community services. Second, small businesses often provide more stable, personalized employment than larger corporations and can adapt quickly to serve community needs. That pivot and that swivel leads to a very sturdy business because you're not only serving the customer and being able to pivot and give them what they need when they need it. Within those moments of you giving them what they need when they need it, you're also creating a like no trust factor that is just being resalved over and over and over again with every good intention that you put mindfully and soundfully within your business when you pivot for your customer needs and wants. Let's talk about problem solving. You have the ability as a small business to address these community challenges way better than a bigger corporation can. And when I say that the window for opportunity here is huge, it's huge. Businesses have unique ability to identify the problems, gather resources, and implement solutions in a way that not only serves you better within your community and your business, you're doing so in a way that nonprofits and government entities and large corporations are not able to move or do so quickly or so efficiently as you operating in your own good-for-profit business. When you build a successful business around solving real problems, you're also creating sustainable funding in ongoing community improvement with every person that you help. That butterfly effect is so huge and so rewarding. And not only that, it is the bread and butter of your business. It is where you are getting that reoccurring income. And not only from the person that you problem solve that will keep coming back again with more if your business supports that type of model, or that type of, issuance of occurrences where they need someone to help them. But the word of mouth from the help you provided them is also going to bring in business because people tend to have the same problems. And if you pick a business that serves a large standing problem for a lot of people, well, there you just may have found yourself the nook that most good for profit businesses are able to find for themselves. Moral business principles are fantastic in being able to keep your face front forward towards your intent and your purpose. Why did you start this good for profit business? What was your purpose for your community? Who is it going to help? How? Why? Do you have phase 2, phase 3 thoughts of how to build this out and grow this out? Moral business principles really help to keep you on the straight and narrow, both in profit and keeping your bottom dollar where it needs to be, and also being able to read and mind the community and your customers and their ever evolving needs and how you can accompany that. When you genuinely care about your customers' well-being and success, they naturally become loyal advocates who refer others and support your business. This is a no-brainer, right? You do it too. You do it for the people that go the extra mile for you. And good for-profit businesses have the ability to go the extra mile because they've built it into their mission and the way that they operate their business. That golden rule application of treat others as you'd want to be treated within the business space creates immense levels and opportunities for success, both within your business and within spreading throughout the community and making an impact, which was the whole purpose as to why you started the business. Honesty and transparency are huge, and you may feel and think at moments of the darker times within business that you don't want to be open and honest about that. But this is actually where good for profit businesses not only succeed in these darker moments, but crawl out of these darker moments with the help of their community because they are being forthcoming and honest about what's actually happening. And maybe they need help. Maybe you could support by, coming in and buying some things, or have a catering order for your next football party. Like, there are little ways in which you can let your customers know that they can help you in harder times within your business, because ultimately they don't want you to go anywhere. And they may have fallen into a routine where they're not visiting you as much as they'd like to. And they need to be reminded why. And when there's an emotional quotient attached to that, with you being open and honest about where your business is at, and that, like, hey, we've got some overstock here that we really hate to see spoil. It'd be amazing if you could come in and buy these bouquets that we put together and we love so much. Like, be honest with your products, your pricing, your needs, the capabilities, what that might cost you, short-term sales, but what long-term reputation can you build? These are all things that you can be honest about, because you want to let people know that you're here for the long run and you want to be a long-standing member of the community. And that involves them being a patron and a supporter. Ah, dang. Oh, I was hoping it was picking up this beautiful cardinal outside. Hi, pretty. Sorry, I love birds. All right, service over profit. Focusing on helping people often creates more profit than focusing on profit does. And it kind of seems counterintuitive, but truly it isn't. Your customers are how you make your money. And the more comfortable and happy they are with what's happening, and the more they feel seen and heard and cared for, guys, cha-ching, in the most godly way possible. I mean it. Like, you are doing the work, you're making it happen. So how can you identify your world-changing opportunity? Because you're like, okay, girl, I'm with you, but I just don't know what business to start. Find problems worth solving, first and foremost. Second, what are some personal pain points you have that you can think of 20 other people that share that pain point? How can your own challenges reveal business opportunities for you and for those within the community that would benefit from this business happening? These problems that frustrate you most in daily life might be the exact problems that other people need help solving too. Your unique background, your skills, and experiences have prepared you to solve specific problems that others might not even notice are there or know how to deal with them. Community needs assessments are huge, and it will help you identify what is missing within that community. So walk through your neighborhood, talk to local business owners, listen to your friends at birthday parties. What are people complaining about? What are they wishing for? These are conversations that lead to real opportunities, and you at least seeing where the demand lies for certain things. Look for services that used to exist but disappeared, or needs that large companies ignore because they're not profitable enough to scale. That's a big, big, big one. Where also do then your skills and passion intersect with this pain point that you're solving? How do you find opportunities that match your abilities and your interests? The sweet spot for world-changing businesses are where your skills, your passions, and your community needs all meet. And it may sound like something absolutely impossible to grasp, but just let it marinate. There's no rush. Take your time. You will find where they all intersect. Consider how your existing knowledge, experience, or talents could be applied to help others solve problems or improve their lives. Evaluating the opportunity for impact, it is a little bit easier to look at it from a local versus scalable impact. And just giving yourself the opportunity to be able to understand the different levels of world changing potential. So, some businesses change the world by serving their immediate community exceptionally well, while others scale solutions to reach broader audiences. My advice to you would be to start with your community, prove the model, and then scale from there, maybe by taking it digitally if it isn't already so, then being able to share that with others in a broader geographical space, we'll say. You also want to think about immediate versus long-term change. How do you balance quick wins with lasting transformation? Next, direct versus indirect impact. how can your business change the world through your operation or your mission? Some businesses change the world through what they do, solving problems directly, and some do it through their products or services. Others change the world through how they operate, modeling ethical practices, creating quality jobs, or supporting community causes. We also want to take into account practicality, right? What are practical opportunities out there for you to discover? First, community listening. How do you systematically discover needs and opportunities? Spend time at local community centers, coffee shops, neighborhood meetings, grocery stores. Eavesdrop a smidgy, but like consciously, right? Like with some dignity here. If they're gossiping, dip out. Interview again the local business owners, but taking into account market research, but mixing your heart into it, right? Because this is your community. This is where you live. This is something you want to make sure is real and is going to be palatable and be something that people are actually going to want to engage with and support. Now, when we think about building our business, again, I have episode upon episode, dozens and dozens and dozens that tell you how to run your business inside and out, right? But I just want to think about right now with you how to craft your purpose statement. This is part of your mission statement, of course, but for me, if you are a good for profit business, we start with our purpose first, and then we start the mission, evolving the mission based off of how it serves the purpose. So the mission is the action to serve the purpose. So your mission should answer how your community will be better because your business exists, not what your services provides to others. So why before what? Purpose before mission of like, how do you do it? Why we're doing it? How we do it. So how do you define your deeper purpose beyond just making money? A clear purpose statement is going to help you make decisions. It's going to help attract like-minded customers, employees. It's going to sustain you through the challenges ahead in your business because you will have this as the DNA, the guiding light of your business to follow in hard times. Where again does your personal values integrate with the purpose and mission of your business? You want to make sure that your business is aligning with your deepest beliefs. Trust me on this, as someone who has fumbled many times and followed the money route, only for it to blow up in my face because it was not something I could sustain because I physically hated it. Have it align, has to align, has to reflect who you are, what you believe in, what you're about, and why you're doing what you're doing. Also, we need to think about the community benefit and how do we focus on increasing the community benefit. So how do you go about within this purpose statement articulating your success and how it ultimately is going to improve your customers' lives with that success, or maybe just the good for portion of your business? Who is benefiting from your profit? We also then want to think about how you're going to operate this business with excellence and integrity, because good for profit does not just mean that you can run your business poorly and with, not keeping your eye on the prize for goodness and, trying to mimic your business in a godly way that is going to make a big impact in your community. It can't just be about what you do with your money that's good after, right? You have to be running your business with integrity and excellence at every turn and making sure that the setup for that and the foundation for that is one that makes it easy for your customers to fall in line with, as well as your employees. Your employees need to very much mirror and understand and respect and embrace both the purpose and the mission of the business. And that also really makes working with excellence and integrity a lot easier when you both believe in and have adopted the purpose and the mission of the business. Fair pricing is super important. And if you're operating with the golden rule, this is hopefully something you're going to keep in mind for your customers, but fair pricing is so important, as well as being a person of your word. Provide reliable service, over deliver, under promise. Like, don't just be a person of your word, truly, from day one, and work on that as hard as you can, because in all honesty, it will be the thing that keeps people coming back for more. I think other than that, I'm just going to leave this where it is. I had tons more notes, but I'm not going to bang you over the head with this. You know that you're ready for more. You know that you are capable of operating a good for profit business. I would love to hear what ideas you have for it. Feel free to leave it in the comments on YouTube or Spotify. Feel free to email me as well. My email is everywhere for you to reach out to. If you have any questions or have any, Anybody you'd like to brainstorm with about how to get this going, feel free to reach out to your girl. I'm here at all times. I do very much love helping business owners that are doing things for good. And I know I haven't talked about business in a while, but it is important to me that people that are God-fearing and want good for everyone are out there making businesses and businesses that are profitable and that are sustainable. So if you need any help in that regard or endeavor, please do not hesitate to DM me or email me. My Richies, as always, it has been an absolute pleasure to have your time and attention. And as always, make life rich. God bless.